Hello there guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome to Survival Russia. So we are in the woods again, we are at the Frontiers camp and we have the two ninjas with us today. But what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna rive out or cut out some boards, some slabs for this slab camp as Horace Kephart called it. And I'm of course gonna use the chainsaw for that. I'm gonna do it freehand without a chainsaw mill. It's gonna be poplar I think, because there's a downed poplar here, big guy, fell a few years ago, so the wood should still be good. Because we're gonna need some boards to cover up the sides here. We're also gonna hollow out 2 more logs. I'm not sure we're gonna do that today. Maybe we're gonna do that and at the final run where we're gonna go here for an overnighter and so on and finish up the shelter completely. Basically today I'm just preparing for assembling the shelter. That's why I brought the ninjas with us. They have some bacon and some bread and some apples and a little bit of cookies and a little fire going. We have a little ball as well. But let's stop the blah blah blahing. Just try and keep the video as much on topic as possible. Alright guys, so here we have an old poplar. You can see it broke off here. I just cleared it at the chainsaw. So this is our old poplar. There should be a lot of boards here. Poplar is of course not the hardest of woods, but since this has fallen over, we're gonna use it. Why not? Poplar, poplar, poplar. It's been here for a few years. He's skulkalert. It's a relatively big guy. And it goes all the way out here of course. See, there's been a moose chewing a little bit on it, not too much. Old poplar. So we're gonna try and rive out some boards from that. I cut out this section here. I think I'm gonna cut out one more section there. We have a little bit of charcoal from the fireplace. And this is the reason I didn't took you guys with me out cutting or hollowing out the logs here. Because out here is just complete wilderness. Not so awesome for filming actually. Very little space for setting up a camera. Something like that. Alright there, so we have a result. It is not the best result, but certainly not the worst either. See, it's actually pretty darn straight. I didn't manage to get all the way through here, but I ran into a little bit of a problem up here. This is not so good. This here actually works pretty darn nice. Let's try and make another one, at least. So we have another little result, and it's actually a little bit worse than the first. But I know why. Even it's a little bit worse than the first, it's still pretty darn straight. But I ran into some problems. My chainsaw bar is simply too short. So what I gotta do is that I have to break out the big old Husqvarna XP268 from somewhere in the 1990s. But it has a brand new chain, brand new bar and so on. So that's what we're gonna try. I have to hold the chainsaw too much at an angle. Too vertically. And then it starts to bite into the sides of the plank and all that good stuff. If I can keep an angle like this and go through the log, it will be fine, I'm pretty sure. Alright guys, so it's the day after. It's the day after. So let's try something different. Let's try a chainsaw with a little bit bigger, a little bit larger bar and so on. As you can see, I changed the setup here. I have driven a stake into the ground here, secured it with 2 screws to prevent it from wobbling. So let's get on with it. Let's get the little chainsaw out. It's not like this is a terrible result at all. Not for a shelter anyway. And yes, it's poplar. It's not the hardest wood in the world. Alright guys, so I've been cutting out some slabs, but it has not been without some problems. Let's just say it like that. Because when I cut the first slab with the new one, the first slab with the Husqvarna, the chain adjuster screw fell out. I had to pack everything up, drive home, get the little Yamaha TW200, drive here again with a metal detector, find it and fix the problem. I'm not sure that this adjuster screw is actually the original. It seems to be a little bit short. But blah 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 blah. It's going all right now, but it's a little bit late. And I'm not cutting with a ribbing chain. I'm cutting with an ordinary chain. I could modify one and all that good stuff, but I simply don't have the time for that because I think it's gonna start raining soon. Soon meaning not today, but perhaps tomorrow or something like this. But now we're gonna move on with this guy here. I'm gonna cut this side, if there's a side to a circumference or circle. But I'm gonna cut out this guy here. And then we're gonna cut another one and another one and another one. And I have stacked some up at the camp. I think I have found a relatively okay technique for this. But I'll keep cutting some boards, some slabs, and we'll get them over to the shelter and see what it's gonna look like when we're gonna finish up this bad boy here. The last slab. I think we have 10 or 11 or something. Pretty awesome. That was quite a job for one guy. This whole shelter build here have been quite a job for one guy, I'd say. But fun, and it's gonna be awesome, I think. I stacked up a few of the slabs over there, so let's take a look at it and see what it looks like. I think it looks awesome. Then we have 4 of them. We have some more over there. You can see they're a little bit rough around the edges. This one is really nice. You can still see the marks of the chainsaw. But this is basically how we're gonna line them up. I'm gonna straighten them up, of course, and join them together the best that I can. And as I said, we're gonna cut it. So we have a gap here about 10 centimeters, 4 inches or something, like that. So these top guys we can of course put down here, and I'm not gonna stand them on the ground. I'm gonna stand them on one of these guys here. See, looks pretty cozy actually. Then we have one more over there, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is more than enough. But I have a great idea. I think we're gonna go here for an overnight and finish up the shelter completely. We still have a log to hollow out, and yeah, we of course have to join the sides and all that funky stuff, but that we should be able to do on an overnighter. Now I will get on a very bumpy ride home to Mrs. Survivor Russia, and the kids, I know for a fact she's been making pea soup with bacon, so I can hardly wait to get home. So guys, nothing much more to say than please check the links in the description. Please consider supporting the channel and all that good stuff. And until next time, get out and train, get it done, do something awesome. See you next video, guys. Thank you very much for your time.